What do you say? How do you say? I'm just about to see another day. I go by the name of Terror the Barber. I have the amazing Bobby Harris right here.
What's up, y'all? What's
And you
up?
guys know this is Razor Sharp Podcast. So who is Bobby Harris? First of all, let me just drop a couple of things for you guys. We got 56-time Barber on Barber Battle champion. We got award-winning judge, educator, and barber stylist. We got the owner of Alpha, right?
Alpha.
Alpha Series Pro Barber and Beauty, and we have the 2024 OG Barber Conference inductee, just like myself. So first and foremost, thank you, my brother, for taking the time
No
to
problem.
have a conversation with me.
No problem at all.
Tell the people first and foremost where you from.
Man, I'm originally from a small town called Blue Mountain, Mississippi. New Albany, Mississippi. It's really all one big thing. Like, when you grow up in a small town, Mississippi, they make it like it's a location thing when really everything is like 5-10 minutes away.
Okay.
But I cut out of Memphis, Tennessee.
Memphis, Crooked Letter.
Yeah.
Salute. And how long you been cutting?
15 years
15 years. Okay.
as an instructor and a barber.
Cool. Salute to that. What got you into barber?
Man, I was like a lot of people out here, these knuckleheads and stuff like that. And, I was always into things. And, I had my uncle cousin, because this story is crazy, but I'm going to sum it up as quick as I can. After I got into some trouble again, my uncle cousin just kind of reminded me of how talented and how smart I was, which I really was a smart kid.
Uh-huh.
It's just easy to be influenced by certain things. And, he cut my hair, and after he cut my hair, they found him dead in his house.
What?
Yeah, and he left me a note with his clippers, and it said, "Go change the world."
Wow. Bro.
So in 2011, his brother-in-law, which is my instructor, which I didn't know that at all. I went to Foster's Cosmetology in 2011. I ain't looked back.
That's so he took his own life.
No, they found him dead. I mean, my cousin was real sick
Okay.
and things like that. Natural and stuff like that. He just, I guess he just saw something in me that I didn't really believe or didn't know, because I was doing a little bit on the porch because, when he ain't in jail or locked up or something like that, somebody got to be able to do it. So, I probably touched myself up, but I didn't really think it was something that I was going to do.
Yeah.
So at that time, I just saw something and I just jumped on it.
Wow, that's amazing. So do you think if he didn't leave that letter, if that situation didn't occur, that you wouldn't be a barber?
Nah.
Okay.
Nah.
And if you wasn't a barber, where do you think you would be today?
I'd be in the Marines.
Okay. Salute to that.
Yeah.
Salute to that.
The military was something I wanted to be in. I'd definitely be a Marine.
Nice. Cool. So what's the first pair of clippers that you ever picked up?
Was a pair of gray and his T outliners.
These right here. Okay.
Yeah.
Salute to that.
I still got these in my trophy case. I still got these. I won my first barber competition with a pair of these.
Nice. That's what's up. You can never go wrong with the classics.
No.
At all. You know what I'm saying? So you said you've been cutting for 15 years. You've been licensed also for 15 years?
Yeah.
So you went straight to, well, I'm gonna just go and get my L's and not try to be one of these renegades and be out here just cutting.
Nah, because it's like one thing about it, man. You gotta respect what gave you a second chance. So I don't recommend it, and I don't even believe people are naturally talented. I don't even believe in that because I'm a guy that didn't even know how to cut hair. And I went to barber school, and basically traveling, competing, and doing all those other things kind of molded me what I am today. You could think you're naturally talented, but 9 times out of 10, when you're naturally talented, you're naturally stupid. You can't be taught. You can't be You can't be corrected. Somebody told you you're probably this and probably that, and you took it and ran with it. And I mean, it's good, but is it really good when you put a price tag on it? It's a lot of things that goes into that. So I don't believe in natural talent, but I do believe that the person that works the hardest and can always listen and be willing to learn and expand, those are the greats. Those what put you in Hall of Fame status like us and things of that nature. So that's what it really takes to be successful in this industry.
That's what's up. So you went to barber school, you got your license, then you went back and got your instructor license?
Yeah, my instructor actually, after I got my license, he called me, he said, "I want you to be an instructor. I always knew you was going to be that.
Okay.
So just come up here. It ain't about who you know, it ain't about what you know, it's who you know."
Yep.
He said, "So don't worry about that. Just study and do this right here and go out there on the floor and start teaching."
That's what's up.
And in Mississippi, you got to make at least 85 to get your license. as an
Really?
instructor. You got to make at least 85.
Uh
I made a 95 on my first time. I'm never taking that test ever in life
huh.
again.
Not playing.
Ever.
It's funny you say that because I'm affiliated with the Scales Barber Academy. That's right here in Georgia. My co-host of my podcast is a barber instructor there also. And then I just been feeling like maybe I need to take that next step. I've been a licensed barber now for over 5 years. I've been cutting for over 14 years. But it's just like maybe that's my next step is to at least go and do that so I can just have that title because I teach anyway in my
Yeah.
own way. It's just that there's times where the school may want me to come in and teach a lesson and stuff. I just feel like it'd be better off if I already got those L's.
I mean, it's always the next step.
Mm-hmm.
And I tell it to anybody, it's always the next step. This beauty industry, like we always want to close it off to this one little thing.
Yeah.
The beauty industry is big in its own perspective and in its own right. It's worth over $1 billion. So it's always the next step. I tell anybody, man, if you're passionate about this and you really love this, why not go become a licensed teacher? Because my biggest pet peeve is platform artists and people calling themselves educators without this. But on the same token, you want to get mad at a barber for saying he's a barber without license.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're going to do it all the way and do it 100% legit.
Absolutely.
Get the credentials behind you. They ain't, it's one thing to have the respect in your neighborhood, but if you want the respect of the industry
Yes.
and the business side of it, which what I want to play on, they respect credentials and paperwork. Get the paperwork with the credentials. It'll take you further than what you'll ever in your life know.
That's what's up, bro. Every time I speak to somebody and I'm in this tug of war with what I think God wants me to do, and then I have a conversation with somebody and they just give that extra um um push that I see that God is already instilling into me. And what you just said, it just gives me that because the last conversation I had with somebody, I was still in a barbershop and I was already teeter-tottering about leaving the barbershop to go to a suite. And I just kept having that tug of war. Like, I want to leave the shop, but I don't want to leave the shop. Can I be able to sustain my clientele? And once I left the shop in December, the first week of December, I'm going on 2 months in my suite. And it's just been a blessing ever since. So it's just like,
Right.
it's good to have these conversations.
Man, one thing about it, man, and I tell this to everybody, because, Alpha Series Pro was built out of pocket. There was no credit, no grants, no nothing. It was built out of pocket. It started out with something small that turned into something bigger than what I could possibly ever imagine. I still think there's another level to it out there.
Yeah.
You never 100% ready. And the easiest thing for you to do is not jump. The hardest thing is to jump. But sometimes when you jumping into greatness. So a lot of people will be afraid to jump into greatness because of fear. One thing about anything in life, you can't fear fear. You can't do it because fear is the opposite of living to me. How can you really live if you've never really experienced fear?
Yes.
So you have to take them calculated risks, but 9 times out of 10, you're going to be fearful of it. And I was fearful of what you see right here, my product line. I was very fearful of it. I did not want to buy this stuff. I did not. But I had a friend of mine tell me to stop being scared and push the button. And it bought my first products, and now look at me.
Speaking of product lines, tell the people about it.
Man, Alpha Series Pro is really a reflection of me. You have the beauty side, which is my silk press system, braid and lock gel, curl cream, spritz, which I highly recommend for barbers who want that nice crisp edge up. Everything that I do is use this product line. Then you got me as a barber. I don't got everything. I'm out of my semi-permanent color spray, but I do got my fibers, which is really good. Clay, creams, paste, pomades, beard oils, growth oils, shaving gels, texture powder, signature flat iron, shears, razors. You basically getting the whole 9 yards. And it's a reflection of me because I do everything. I don't just do barbering. I'm also good with women's hair and things of that nature. Be everything. Don't isolate yourself with I'm a barber or I'm a hairstylist. You are a professional in the beauty industry, and beauty stretches a long way. Sam Villa and Vidal Salons told me that.
Wow. So because I seen you at the OG Barber Conference, and I was like, there was over 25 people that was put into the inductee of that event, and I was like, who is these people? You know what I'm saying? There were so many people, but you were one of them people that stood out. Me, you didn't have that much of a conversation. I seen you had your product line there, and everybody was just moving about. But I was like, there's a reason why Al handpicked these people, or was introduced to these people because they bring something to the table. Why do you think you was one amongst all of those great people?
Well, one, I've been knowing Al and Uncle Ozell for a long time. And the one thing they always told me was to wait my turn. Like, I still talk to Ozell to this day about product, what to do to the next level, how to isolate the community and everything. But we was actually in Laredo, Texas.
Mm-hmm.
Me, Al, and Ozell. And Al saw me captivate a Hispanic crowd as a black man.
Mm.
Not really knowing how to speak Spanish that well, but just captivate them and take them. And actually, it led from a haircut to me doing a wedding updo. And he was like, "Wow." He was like, you don't even really speak Spanish like that, but the crowd was just very captivated towards you." He was like, "That's the making of something that's great." And I grew up watching Al
Mm-hmm.
and a host of others. And, when he gave me the call, I just accepted it because as an African American male, and this is another thing, I don't want to take it here, but I gotta take it here.
Take it there.
I get so sick and tired of us overlooking who paved the way for us.
Mm-hmm.
This is Black History Month. Al Millions is the first African American male in the barber industry with over 1 million views.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
He was the one that taught me how to do the burst fade. He was the guy that taught professional skills. Him, Darren Lyons, and a host of other ones.
Uh-huh.
I'm not trying to make it sound this way, but it's crazy as hell to me that we want gratification from clipper companies and everything else is people of color, but we don't want the gratification and we don't want to be recognized for the people who paved the way for us.
That's a fact.
Everything that they've done to get us to where we are today, because they was the first to do it.
Mm-hmm.
They was the first trendsetters. Him, G Wiz, Sip the Surgeon, Daryl Lyons, they was the trendsetters of that.
Yep.
Those guys taught what we are, taught the very people that have the products line that we're trying to get a job from.
Yes.
They did.
Yep.
There wouldn't be no CT if there wasn't an exotics barber battle first. There wouldn't be no damn show if it wasn't for Bronner Brothers.
Fact.
So I'm very grateful to be recognized by those people.
Yes.
I'm very grateful for it. And this is a humbling experience. And to call myself a Hall of Famer amongst people like Rick Marine, Ivan Zoo, Pacino, Al, Darren Lyons, G Wiz Van, to sit in that class and to be in that kind of circle and to be recognized by a man that looks like me of that, it's arguably the greatest award I own.
That's a fact.
Arguably.
And it's crazy you said that because when I got the call also, I I said yes, but I was like, why am I being picked? You know what I'm saying? And then I started seeing the people that they were choosing. I was like, then I got that. Me and Al spoke about the imposter syndrome, and do I really belong in that same room of people, like the people that you spoke about and the people that we follow. You know what I'm saying? I've been part of this thing since making a cut, and when Adman first getting started, and it was like, but Al had to reassure me. He said, "Listen, man, you put in the time, you put in that pain, you put in that quality of work, and you've been doing these hair shows and putting your brand out there for the longest. That it's time that you be recognized."
And I'm everywhere. Like I tell them, I'm not really concerned about awards or merits or nothing like that, because that stuff really don't make me or break me. Because, as a man of color, I'm at the premier show groups. I'm at the ABS, IBS. I'm everywhere because I understand that it takes money to make money, and money is a tool to get me to a better thing. I tell everybody this: when the world is going right, you always go left. Always go left. Never be a follower. Never follow the crowd. I used to ask myself a lot, why these companies, as hot as I am, and I know I can terrorize 80% of their artists. Yeah. A lot of these new artists coming up, hate to say it, I'm their OG. But I tell people all the time, rejection is sometimes a blessing, because I have a brand. Being an influencer, it's not a brand. It's not. It's not a brand. As soon as they shut TikTok down and everybody lost their damn mind.
Going crazy.
I'm a brand because you see this in stores in my neighborhood. You see this at your local beauty stores, and I'm sitting here doing an interview with you, and I sit amongst a class today. That's a brand.
That's a fact.
And people take this and say great things about this behind my back. I don't care if you white labeled the clipper. I don't care if you created the clipper. Because truth be told is, the world is white labeled. Toyota is made in China. Nissan is made in China. Mopar is made in China. There's probably maybe 3 American-made cars here. The whole industrial side is made overseas. The world is a big place.
Yeah.
But I tell this to anybody who's independently owned because I'm like a Master P. This is 20% production. 80% of it's mine. And I'm selling this out of my trunk. I'm doing what I've seen great people do. We got to get out this political side of the barber and beauty industry. We got to stop giving, and this is no hate toward the YouTubers and things like that. We got to stop giving them the same type of credibility as iconic in this era. Because how do you say that with the people that did it before YouTube? How do you? No. We just got this. I can't explain it with the beauty and barber industry, but it's weird as hell to me now. It's just weird. It's to the point to where I don't really want to subscribe to that.
Yeah.
If you buy this clipper, you can't be cool with this clipper.
Yeah.
You buy from this guy, you can't be cool with this guy.
Yep.
You know, you got companies actually beefing.
Yeah.
And to be worth billions of dollars, and Michael from Babylon told me this, you could, but you really can't because it really serves no purpose. You know, I buy Babylon because I have close relationships with Kevin Kurt, Jose, Reggie Marcel. These guys raised me and trained me. I have a relationship with Gamma because I saw Austin when he first came out with the Absolute Hitters. And you know what? And me knowing what I know about Austin,
Yeah.
I said, let me give my money to this guy. I buy Anders because of Kenny Duncan and Danny and these guys. I buy Wall because of G. I buy Wall. I buy these brands because my colleagues and friends and close mentors represent these brands.
Absolutely.
You know, you never gonna reach Wall money like that. You never gonna reach Con Air money. You're not gonna reach this type of money. When did we ever get to a point where we hating on barbers and talking about how much money other barbers got? When did it get to that point?
Yeah.
When did it ever get to that point? When did it get to the cord versus cordless? I started with these, but I'm never using these again.
Yeah.
Oh no, absolutely not. I love the.
So you know about the new clipper that's coming out that's black owned. That homeboy created the clipper, but he made it with the cord. And there's a controversy back and forth about why would you come out with a clipper company right now with a corded clipper? Who's going to buy that?
It's whatever floats
Have
your
you
boat.
seen
With me. Yeah, it's whatever floats your boat. It's whatever your vision for your brand is.
Yeah.
I know I would support it.
Okay.
I would support it, but it's whatever floats your boat. It's how you want to do your thing. Nothing else matters. Like that. I hate to say it, bro, but the hate got to stop. The hating got to stop, man. Hate to say it, but it's an industry predominantly men, but we moving like women.
Yes. You're right.
We moving like women.
You're right.
I'm never gonna try to count another man's pocket, say he broke, or I do this, or I do that, or you beefing with a company. And why are you picking sides when you're not employed? That's another thing.
It's a talk right now.
Why are you picking sides with companies when you're not even employed by companies? And they're gonna go do number fire you when you done.
Absolutely.
I done seen that happen firsthand.
Yep.
With my OG and my brother. I seen them fire him when they get tired of him. So why the hell are you picking sides when you're not employed? Man, buy what financially makes sense to you. If you can buy the new Tune 45 clipper, which that's the most, outside of Donald Trump, that's the most talked about damn clipper
right
in the
now,
world.
yeah.
That's the most talked about clipper out right now. And me personally, I think the Low Pro is still going to be my heart. The Low Pro FX1 is my personal favorite clipper right now. I can't put that clipper down. I got a host of many of them. But buy what financially makes sense to you. I'm not employed by neither one of these people. I'm employed by Alpha Series Pro. That's who I'm loyal to first. I'm going to always be loyal to Bobby, a business. I Am Bobby is an actual business. Alpha Series Pro is an actual business. I'm loyal to that. And my kids. And my baby on the way.
Salute to that. Congrats.
Yeah, thank you. I'm not worried about all this and beefing with all this. And to everybody out there that's watching this, that's not your place. You got to solidify you in this industry. You got to solidify you. Focus on you. For the first time in American history, OG, the companies is actually beefing so hard, they working even harder to get us to buy.
I see that.
You have the power in your hand to control the narrative. No, I don't got no beef for nobody. I don't choose to beef for nobody. And you know, 9 times out of 10, they're not gonna say it to me.
Nope.
They're not gonna say it to me. They're not even gonna approach me like that. So that's why I take a break from the internet world. You'll see me post a reel or a tutorial, and I'm out of it.
Uh-huh.
But I'm gonna pay respect to my legends first. I'm gonna buy what financially makes sense to me,
Yeah.
tool wise, and I'm loyal to Alpha Series Pro, and I am Bobby before I am anything.
That's what's up, bro.
You know,
You gotta stand on business.
you
Now,
got to.
around this time inside my interviews, I like to do something called barber questions, and I got a few questions that I'm gonna run through with you. But before we close it out, first one is top 5 clipper companies.
Oh shit.
It don't got to be in order from 1 to 5. Top 5.
Bobby's top 5.
Yep. Bobby's top 5.
That's running the game right now.
Yep. Top 5. Yep.
That's running the game right now.
Right now, top 5.
If I would say the top 5 clipper companies right now that's really running the game, number 1, Bablis Pro.
Bablis.
Number 2, Stylecraft Gamma.
Okay.
Number 3, Andis.
Andis.
Number 4, Wall.
Oh, okay.
And I'm going to be honest. And me and this guy really don't see eye to eye. I honestly don't really care for this guy, but if I'm going to talk strictly about the product, I really think TPOB is going to take over soon.
Yes. So, why y'all don't see eye to eye?
Well, one, he sponsored the annual Barber Battle that I used to be in partnership with.
Okay.
And I just thanked him for it. You know.
Which event was that?
The annual Barber Battle, round 2.
Okay.
He sponsored it. He bought, which my best friend, brother, Jay Bellins, came out. And he sent a huge amount of tools. I gave the tools away. And I bought the J-Benz clipper, the troll trimmers. They were okay. They were okay. And, you know, I just reached out to him and thanked him. And I said, man, we should work together. So he gets on my page and finds out that I'm using Bablis. Mm-hmm. And he put me in his beef with Bablis.
Okay.
And I don't care what you say. If y'all got a problem, that's on y'all.
Yeah.
I'm not going to diss my partners and my friends because of how you feel about it.
Yep.
That ain't got nothing to do with me.
Mm-hmm.
But the simple fact that you going to disrespect me and say what you done for me that I've never done for you, when I bought your clippers when you were broke, let you tell it. When you was broke and when they wasn't that good. And I still rock with your. I have the play right now. Uh-huh. It's a better version of the JRL. Mm-hmm. It really is. The trimmer is a better version of the JRL. Mm-hmm. I never once disrespected you. But since you gonna disrespect me and talk crazy and do all these types of things, then it's up from there. It's up from there. It's up from there.
It's funny because I was like almost torn to pick sides because I rock with Chris Basio. I've been rocking with him for years.
Yeah, Basio. We part of the same class.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
We're in the same Hall of Fame class as Chris Basio.
Yeah.
Chris Basio told me something in Premier Orlando when a certain situation happened. And Chris Basio told me, you can pray for forgiveness, but never ask for permission. And that was the birthright to this. That's what birthed this right here.
Uh-huh.
Like he seen the look on my eye and I was, boy, it's another side of me that a lot of people don't really want to see.
Uh-huh.
And that brother right there, I'm not buying the Tomb 45 because it's babies. I'm buying it because it's another colleague doing something. Absolutely. I don't care if it flops. That shit could burn up tomorrow in my hand.
Yeah.
It could.
Yeah.
It's machinery. It happens. Mm-hmm. But for him to do that from someone who told me the same thing to start mine, I could never hate that. Under no circumstances.
And that's a clipper that you gotta have like even later on down the line, that's a clipper that's gonna go on my mantle of things that was iconic.
Yeah.
So like the G Wiz small trimmer, like I got that. That's iconic.
Yes.
And it's a black man that did it. That he was the first barbers to have his own clipper that
the first.
Nobody talks about.
It wasn't the one of. Yeah. He was the only one to ever do that by a company. G Wiz. He should have had one of the first real wall trimmers. It should have been a real I really believe they're gonna do that again.
Hopefully,
Hopefully they will do it again. I really
should.
believe they gonna do that again.
It should.
But I'm not buying the 360 Jeezy Clipper because of stylecraft or
No.
because of the politics.
No.
360 Jeezy uses my color enhancement in my razor inside of every one of his YouTube videos. You see an Alpha Series Pro razor. That's why I'm getting the Clipper. These are people that support me and I support them. These are people that are friends with me. I'm supporting them and what they're doing. That's something that we got to stop doing. So, I'm not in agreement with TPOB and the hate thing that you're doing.
Yeah.
If you really feel that way about the American Barber Society, why don't you keep that shit in the UK?
Yeah. UK big enough.
You do it
You
that
want to bring
way.
your website. You want to have a.
You want to bring it to the
American
US
website.
and do things in the US. Like I said, I had respect for him because he supported me when a lot of people told me no. I'm always gonna have that love.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna love you like that from a distance. I'm gonna keep that at a distance.
Yep.
And for me to sit here and say the TPOB play, and for me to say it's in my top 5 rankings, that's what I'm rocking with right now. But that's because I haven't used a JRL. I haven't used a JRL, so I can't speak on a JRL.
Yeah.
But I'll probably go get it just to see if I like it.
Yep.
But do I like the TPO blade? The tools, they're good. They're good. Everybody don't have $200 and $300 to drop on a machine.
Nope.
So if you want something that's cost effective, grab that. But I ain't a part of nobody's beef. But I will have the 360 GZ Clipper and the 245 Clipper in my collection.
Me too.
It's going to be in my collection.
So you leave TPOB as 5. Second question I got for you is being licensed important.
Hell yeah.
Now the reason why I asked is because for years nobody was really stressing the fact that you should go and get your L's. Now it's been talked about more. Go to barber school. That's the way to go. And because I got my license, at first nobody I knew had their license, and then I just said I need to do it. So and then everybody I know now have their license. So you saying that having your barber license is very important.
It's the most important thing.
Why?
Because how can you call yourself a professional without the L's? You don't want a doctor working on you without certifications. You sure as hell don't want an appointed lawyer. You're going to jail.
Yep.
You don't want an unlicensed architect or engineer. Licensing matter because barbering for a long time has been the gateway to surreal success for all ethnic groups, all everything. So why not respect the profession by paying your taxes and having your license and getting the business side of it down pat? Hell yeah, it matters. And if it don't matter to whomever it is, trust and believe you me, they're a door greeter part-time at Walmart. So I'm not arguing with that. Hell yeah, it matters.
That's what's up, bro. Question number 3 I have is, does having an online presence convert to new clients?
Yeah and no.
Okay.
Online.
Most people say yes and no. Why you say that?
Yes, because the new age people are online. Everybody's online. They're doing all this. So yes. The reason why I say no is because word of mouth is still the best form of marketing. This isn't online. Now, this podcast to be online, but I'm right here in Atlanta right now passing out products, passing out cards and selling products. So I'm also in person too. You still have to be out there too. You have to build relationships in more than one way, because if you don't have a presence online, how you gonna sell?
Yeah.
You still gotta do the footwork.
Yep.
You still gotta do the things that matter. So
that's it. It's important. Yep. Fourth question I have for you is, what direction do you see the industry heading?
If they don't clean up the shit they got going on now, I'll give it. It's gonna probably fall off. You don't clean up this hate and all this beef and all this extra stuff in the industry, probably gonna be like most other industries, deregulated or going some other kind of way. When license don't matter to you, you get closer and closer to deregulation.
Yeah.
And the only reason they want to deregulate is because they can't tax it. But if you pay your taxes and treat the game as such, the game will reward you even more.
Yeah, right. You're right. Yeah.
So it's doing good things right now. But if they don't stop the clicks and everybody else starting to do these things, that's why I love Bablis and Gamma and Andis and stuff like that. They reciprocate the love. Like, I got packages in the mail coming from Bablis and a host of other things. So you guys make yourselves at home, open it,
Yep.
smell it, whatever you guys want to do. It's all good.
And then my final question I got for you is, what kind of barber are you?
I'm the barber that you love to hate, but everybody loves.
Barber that love to hate, everybody love. Okay, okay. Well, I definitely thank you, my brother.
Oh yeah.
You went and told the story of getting your L's and getting your instructor license and getting your product line and being an award winner, breaking these different barriers. And where do you see yourself in 5 years, though?
You'll be mentioning me with the Babblers, the Andrews, and the host of the Paul Mitchells and a host of other stuff. You'll be mentioning me.
Okay. Well, I thank you for that, my brother. Thank you. And this your boy Terry the Barber. You guys see that we had a trade show. These amazing
They
people.
doing
Check it out.
Yeah, they doing that thing.
What school y'all go to?
ProWay.
Oh, ProWay. Okay, yes, I know ProWay. Okay, shout out to ProWay. So this your boy Terry the Barber.
Shout out to ProWay.
Tell the people where it.
You can find me on Instagram at I_am_Bobby Harris. I'm currently looking for a model because I got a class coming up at 1 o'clock.
Yes.
And because we got students right here.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Man, you're gonna get to see who I really am and what I really do.
Yes.
So these students right here, if they want shears, man, I'm finna give them the deal of a lifetime.
Okay, well,
because in order to
what it
be
is.
in this industry, in order to be successful in this industry, you got to have a little God in you. You got to understand you need to be a blessing and stay away from the political side. This industry is too big, too beautiful. It has every ethnic group in it. Leave the politics and shit alone, man. Leave that alone, man. DEI that shit. DEI the beauty industry.
So this your boy Terry the Barber.
Am
Razor Shop
Bobby Harris.
Podcast, and I'll catch you guys next time.
All right, peace out.
See you at